Okay, MapYourProperty is an online web map platform that aggregates more than 37 different regulatory legislations onto a single Google Maps platform. Essentially, it's like a Zillow or Realtor.ca for real estate developers, and it's an awesome product because you can simply look at any development in 3 simple clicks. You go onto our platform and you essentially search an address, you can map it and bring up different overlays and generate a due diligence report in a matter of 30 seconds. I originally worked for Arab and a lot of different government agencies, including California, US government, the Australian government. We did a lot of GIS stuff dealing with aggregate LNG projects. And so I was coming into a lot of problems where we'd have to use ArcGIS or pull up different paper maps. And I started this company because of that problem, where we wanted to try to aggregate all this information at government or for engineering firms, and it just wasn't there. So I developed this platform about 2 years ago based on my Arab and government experience. I think at the time I started the company in Canada, there wasn't that much open data. I don't even think Toronto or the Ontario government even thought of the word open data. It was a very new thing. So right beforehand, everything was like kind of backdoor deals with engineering firms, and you kind of had to know people. So it's changed a lot over the last 3 or 4 years, and we've been huge advocates of open data. And that, I think, the transformation of open data in North America has created a lot of startups like us who've been able to capitalize on that open data and keep those costs low. We would never be able to compete against the big engineering like URS, AECOM type of firms if there wasn't open data. So combined my GIS experience with open data, and I had a few friends with who knew technology, and we merged all 3 of those to be able to crunch 1 million parcels in 10 minutes onto a web map platform. I think it started with the city of Toronto releasing, they're one of the first municipalities with Vancouver and New York to release large amounts of data sets that were somewhat valuable. Beforehand, governments would release like baby names or cemeteries or parks, which didn't have any value. And I think in the last year, I think most of the Greater Toronto area government agencies either have an open data policy or have released crucial planning data like zoning data, building heights, flood information. These are all very crucial data sets that we can aggregate, and that saves all businesses enormous amount of time. You can click and download that data versus calling up the city, trying to ask for favors to get that data. We've been growing from 1-person company to a 10-person company, and we've hit a really high revenue this year. We have the largest condo developer, we have the largest planning firm using us, we have a lot of the law firms using us to do all their risk analysis. So I think the biggest thing we're coming up is we're going to track development applications to building permits in real time using machine learning and AI. I think that's really exciting, and we're expanding to most of the GTA, Hamilton to Waterloo to Durham to York region. We're getting all their open data and their public data onto our platform, so that's going to be a big push. Those 2 pushes I think are going to be amazing, so I'm really excited about that for 2017.